Research has shown and proven that access to green space and well-maintained spaces actually improves health outcomes. Areas that are close to good open spaces actually not only increase property values, but they actually have better healthy qualities as well. So we've got all the sort of soft infrastructure, so that could be sports pitches, parks, play areas, flower beds, hedges, trees, and then you've got the sort of hard infrastructure, so we're talking the streets, the pavements, the litter bins, so the cleansing of all of those. No surprise it's going to be down to budgets, particularly after 10 years of declining budgets. They're talking, that's the key one that they're looking at. And if we look at the council tax base, there's about 8 pence of every pound goes towards grounds and cleansing, and that has to cover all the services within that. So that could be the waste collection, so that's also from domestic properties, the statutory side of that service, and then the rest of it is the non-statutory, so the parks, the play areas, the trees. So generally speaking, you're probably working about 3 or 4 pence out of the pounds goes towards that sort of non-statutory service, which, being non-statutory, is always due up for cuts, even though there is a health and safety element of that, because those sites that are open have obviously got to still be at that safe level. So if you take street cleansing, for example, the sweeping of the roads could be undertaken when highways are undertaking other maintenance operations to stop another road closure coming through, for example, which then obviously helps to reduce the number of closures and congestion. Obviously with less congestion you then get less air pollution. If we go back to sort of the parks and open spaces themselves, we've got all the health benefits that has. We've got social cohesion. Well-maintained spaces have a knock-on effect upon levels of crime. The worse an open space or any environment really is maintained, the more likelihood it is to be vandalised. And we know from evidence that vandalism will breed vandalism, so there's a spiral of decline based upon the maintenance of a particular asset, which then feeds in to the wider maintenance budgets and capital budgets. So the overall benefit that we're really looking at for them is better assets may be maintained better, which should be, in the long run, require less maintenance, which has less money, which means more money can be put forward into improving assets rather than just rectifying problems that have been happening with them. You may be inspecting a play area monthly. You may say, actually, X site needs to be inspected weekly now because the equipment is reaching towards its end of its life. It's not dangerous, but we know it's got more risk of failure on that one. And that works really for trees as well. Most people would think that trees generally are planted, it's going to look after itself as it grows. That's true to a point. The problem is the humans that get involved with that and live underneath them. And with the climate change that's happening, there's more and more pests and diseases coming in from abroad, which has different impacts upon the trees. So those inspection cycles will need to change as well, because you could have a tree that's infected by, we'll go for ash dieback. One year it could have a canopy of 75%, the next year it could be 50%, but year 3 it could actually have recovered slightly and gone back up to 75%. So you need the flexibility to adjust those schedules based upon that, but you don't want to be manually adjusting that. You want something automated to do that for you.